3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Watch him now, Barney!
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run with Thompson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really come loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll need the 39 here for a first.
Right,
this is 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out now come the Redskins. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No, check.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on the run. He'll throw it back. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 40. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do them
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll set up to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And give him a gain of 37. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Detroit!
They run here with Wadley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the carry, it's Wadley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll set up a throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Jermaine Kearse, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams sprint to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is taken at about the 14. Sheds off the tackle. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Wadley on the ground. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Gone!
Back to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Red Allison, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Pulled in, now a hit, and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's got room. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And they'll go on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
This is Gallman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They run again with Wadley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, they'll throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Green!
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Over!
They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll try and throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Wadley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Akram Wadley in the final minute. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? And they see that happen. It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this.